Hey guys, what's up? Happy New Year. Welcome back.
Wow.
This is episode 139, and we got a special guest with Cow RC. Zach, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks guys for having me on for the podcast. I'm Zack Cater with Cow RC. I'm part of their factory team and also part of their staff. Like hopefully everybody that's watching, RC enthusiast. My big background has been mostly eighth scale off-road racing, but also the last year getting more into like scalers, trail trucks, a little bit more rock crawling stuff.
Heck yeah.
Help make content for the company, help promote the products. I've been with the factory team for I think 3 years now, using products for about 4 years, a little bit longer than that, and really happy to be here and help represent and hopefully show you guys how CalRC can help make a difference in your maintenance game.
Right on.
Cool.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, being that it's that Scale RC show, and we all play with our scale crawlers and whatnot. That's like one area we've never really discussed. Like we've never really covered, what if something breaks? What do you do when you're building something? And this is actually a very important, part, because if your stuff's not greased right, it's not clean, it's still beat up from the last time out, it's not going to run right.
Yeah, and it's often an area that's easily overlooked. No matter what genre of RC, whether it's racing, crawling, or anything, it's kind of easy to just let maintenance stuff go by and not keep up with it and start having issues down the road. And the nice thing with Cal RC is these are all products that are made specifically for the RC industry, because I'm a mechanic for a living. I've been swinging wrenches for about 20 years, and I know it's pretty common for a lot of people to try to apply automotive products or industrial products to RC. And in the long run, you're really doing yourself a disjustice versus using, products that are actually applied, for RCs.
Yeah. Yeah. And because I've been running Cow RC probably since around 2018.
I was going to say, it's been almost as long as I've known you. Like it's been forever.
Yeah. Well, I think because I want to say that was probably my second real sponsor, because MKS was first, and that's been like since like 2016, and then I think Cow RC wasn't too far along. I mean, just to show how old, I mean, I got an old udder butter that is back when it was red, which I think before it was green. So this tub's pretty much empty. I brought this just more to talk about how old it is. The new stuff's like a yellowy, creamy color.
Yeah, that's the latest formulation of the other butter. It's much more yellow.
Yeah.
Looks sort of like butter.
And then, I mean, I think every rig that I built since, every rig has had udder butter in the gears or in the axles and in the transmission. So, and I've even taken stuff apart years after running it through water and slush, and everything's still there and still looks good. Just clean it out and fill her back up.
Yeah, udder butter is one of the really widely used products that you can use for transmissions, diffs, shock shaft seals. The same way if you have turnbuckles that are adjustable to put on the threads of them. Really common, really, really wide use. And like you were mentioning, like with the formula being updated, it's kind of nice that, Heath, who owns the company, it's Heath Meshcal, kind of doesn't just come out with a product and say, hey, this is, this is good enough. He's constantly listening to everyone's feedback and how the products are actually using, and constantly kind of evolving off of that, coming out with the latest and greatest versions of them.
Yeah. Like, actually, that's another thing, like being that the majority of us on the show are into, 10th scale crawling and whatnot. When they came out with the tire wash, that was like the next, product that I started using a lot more, because It doesn't gum up the tires, and then it also kind of like it brings back. It's like makes it almost like sticky again. So the next time you go out, if you're like you want a little extra performance, your tires will be that much more stickier, stick to the rocks, and yeah.
Yeah, the same way. Like, if you've got a specific compound that you like to run, like J Concepts Green works pretty much all year round by me. There's no penetrance in the tire wash, like if you were using, Simple Green or Purple Power, which not that those are bad products, they're great for their intended uses, for industrial cleaning. Like a Simple Green cleans the floor of my garage wonderfully, but those kind of products can break down the rubber over time because it does have a penetrant. So when you go out on a certain compound, you kind of expect it to perform a certain way. So using those kind of products will ultimately, in the long run, start changing the compound of those tires, and you may, lose out on performance or actually break down tires quicker than what their normal lifespan should be versus using the tire wash since there's no penetrance to it.
When I was big into comp crawling back, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, we used to soak our comp tires in Simple Green because it softened them up, and literally the rubber would come off on the rocks.
Yeah.
All right, what do you wrench in? What do you said you wrench? What do you do?
The last 17, 18 years, I've been a mechanic for BMW.
Oh, nice.
A couple of years before that, independent shops. So I'm right at 20 years, into the industry right now.
Yeah, I had a shop, my own shop for about 15, and then I've been with Ford for 24.
Oh, wow, I feel bad for you, man.
I know, dude. It's a recall after recall after recall.
Yeah. We're not much different with BMW. So.
Oh, yeah. I shared a shop with a guy that worked on BMWs, and some of the stuff pulling the dashes for whatever he used to do, like whatever behind the dash they would do, was pretty intense.
Yeah, it can be on some stuff, but anything, you do it over and over, you get used to it, and it just becomes normal.
Yep. I'm like the water leak guy, so this is my busy season.
I got you.
Right now I got like 8 cars torn apart for full insurance jobs because they're all flooded.
We've been having that issue here. I had to start parking some of our cars backwards in the driveway because when they were parked like this, pointing downhill, all the water was gathering in the rear doors.
Oh, yeah.
Rear passenger doors, and that would overflow and then go into the footwell and stuff in the back seat. So I had cars in the garage with a heater on and a fan going, and it's been an adventure this year.
I got one.
Never had this problem before until this year.
I got one right now with 4 blower fans inside the car to dry it out.
Yep. My F-150 is leaking like a sieve. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. So
what year is yours?
Fun to tackle. 06.
Oh, it's probably
it's leaking somewhere on the passenger side rear. It's a 4-door. And so it's
probably. Do you have a rear slider?
No, I have a solid one. I replaced the third brake light gaskets. I actually did 2 of them this time to give it like more squish and seal up. And the stupid thing's still leaking. So I've got like one of those dry air moisture removing bags in there and some towels. But man, what a nightmare. It just sucks. I can't figure out where it's coming from.
Check the rear cab vents too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they leak behind the seat a lot. And they leak down into the footwell or on the back carpet.
No, that's probably what it is then. Rad, thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, everybody.
No, it's okay.
Hey, that's all right. We're flying by the seat of our pants.
Well, actually, I was gonna almost use that as like a way to like do like a segue into like here's another product that you guys, where you get industrial size of the Calformal. You guys could just like seal everything up.
I don't know if I should use that on leather seats.
Seal that third brake light.
Might not work on leather.
But I mean, that's another product, the Calformal. That was really cool when this first came out, because at the beginning it was an actual I'm drawing a blank. It was like I can't think right now. I'm like
I can edit it. It's fine. I can edit it. Take your
no,
time.
it's
I do this all the time.
It's gone. This is gone. That's why. Like remember
what?
Oh, you shave. Oscar giving you crap about shaving.
Anyways, it was originally something that they were working on with Holmes Hobbies. So this was actually a Holmes Hobbies collaboration. That was the word I was looking for. Collaboration, because if you actually look, I don't know if I can get that on there.
Oh
That's
yeah, bottom right, huh?
that's a Homeless Hobbies logo. That's how old this is, because this is like one of like the first. But I got this because being going up in the Sierra Nevadas, hitting the snow, whether it's raining, whatever. Back in the day, all of our builds, we were using the AE2 from Axial. So we just make sure you just cover the whole board, pull it apart, cover the whole board, make sure it was nice and waterproof, put it all back together, not have any issues. Nowadays, most of the companies are offering, waterproof electronics. So not 100% needed, but still something nice to have in case, like, I think, Jay, you mentioned it before the show, a lot of receivers still aren't waterproof.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like I just got done building a new H10 optic, and I'm using a FlySky. I think it's a IN8-8D receiver that has a built-in light controller into it. The same way, none of it's waterproofed or anything. So again, that's where California can come in. Save yourself $50 to $70 receiver.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to try that. That's just good preventative maintenance. It's just stupid that I've never messed with it after living here for so long.
It applies.
This
stuff applies really easily. It comes just with a brush in, like a fingernail brush. The biggest thing with it is keeping it airtight when you're not, using it, because it will eventually dry out on you. And if I'm not mistaken, the latest formula of this is actually now it glows in the dark.
Whoa.
I was trying to think of the actual word for it, but it does glow in the dark now with the latest formula.
Wow. That's cool. It's kind of a good way to make sure you got good even coverage too. When you think about it, like that's actually really smart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then if we go back to the grease, the other thing that's pretty cool is because that when you're, greasing up your gears, whether it's in the axle, transmission, sometimes it's really messy, gets all over the place. When he came out with the syringe, that really, because you can just coat it where you need it and leave it. You're not sitting there all over your fingers trying to, clean everything up.
That's the way I am with the tub. I mean, it's all over my fingers and everything. But kind of, gotten used to it with the udder butter. But the same thing, like for some of the smaller scale stuff, you start getting into like 18ths and 1/24ths. There's also the ultralight grease coating from Cal RC that's in the orange cans that at its core, it's basically the same thing as udder butter, but it's not nearly as thick. So, if you're looking for something, that doesn't have a whole lot of power to it, smaller motors, smaller scales, you can use ultralight grease in place of it and, still keep everything protected.
Nice.
What do you know, like how many product SKUs you guys have now? Like how big is the product line? Because I mean, I didn't even know you guys had a sprayable light duty grease like that. That's crazy.
Oh, I can tell you over the last year or two, there's been a whole lot of products that have came out. The total, I don't know. Like for the people that are watching, it's not just lubricants and cleaners from Cal RC. There's also like different work mats.
We got like all the
same. Those are so awesome.
Yeah. That's the little guy. Magnetic mats. Like what's in front of me is a 3-piece magnetic layout set. There's also the mouse pad mats. These are one of the themed ones. This is like the big 2 foot by 4 foot. They're also, smaller. The mouse pads literally just like 90s mouse pad materials. But outside of mats as well, lights.
Oh, that's right. The light. Yeah.
There's desk lamps, pit lamps. I don't have a headlamp here with me. I actually have one at the shop. So Cal has really grown to cover basically almost every aspect that you could about think of from RC maintenance, even down to organization.
Yep, the dot box.
Oh, nice.
There's the dot boxes. I can't remember. I don't think these have a name yet. This is one of the 5-pack sets that come with different size cases to them. There's also much smaller like a pocket-sized micro screw box. So yeah, I don't know exactly how many products there are from CalRC, but there are a ton of them
There's
out
a
there.
lot now, man.
Yeah,
That's wild.
even down to
Yeah.
the Jet Blaster lineup.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The little portable air blowers. The
Has
big.
that shrunk in size? Because that one looks like it's a smaller version that was originally released. Is it or
This
no?
was the Jet Blaster Mini. And
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm okay to say this because I'm pretty sure I saw Heath drop it. There is another version that's coming out that's a bigger unit than this. I believe this Jet Blaster Mini will still be in production from it. But yeah, there was the original Jet Blaster Mini we came out with, and then we came out with a updated version with a bigger battery, a little bit bigger motor to it. And there's also the Jet Blasters that are corded where you can plug into the wall. I've got one of the CalRC Jet Vacs hanging on the wall off left to me that's a vacuum and blower all in one.
Oh, cool.
Which I never realized how much I would actually love having a vacuum next to where I'm wrenching at versus just blowing everything off. To be able to grab it and suck everything up and keep it clean is wonderful. So yeah, CalRC covers like everything maintenance wise, organization wise, you could really kind of ask for.
What's your most popular item? The mats, probably, you think, or what do you guys push the most of, you think?
That would be a good question for Heath, who owns it. For me, one of my most used products are the hide wipes.
Oh, okay.
I'll grab one that's actually open. Hide wipes they're not cloth based is the biggest thing, but just a canister with single pull wipes out that have a textured side on one side, a smooth side on the other. And the solution that it's soaked in is actually the same thing as the tire wash.
Really?
So wiping down bodies, cutting grease, like where I do racing, a lot of diff rebuilds, changing viscosity of fluids, keeping like white magnetic mats actually clean, just wiping down the bodies. Surprisingly, these work really great on canvas, like the top on the 9 canvas. And they're just incredibly handy to have around. And even like when they run out, there's always a little bit of the solution left down in the bottom. You can dump it right back into a tire wash bottle just to get, every last
That is cool.
out of. That's one of my most commonly used products. But this was something I thought about. You guys really being more towards the scale stuff. Another cleaning option is the cow snot. This came out not too awful long ago, and it's basically a gum-based cleaning compound. It literally seems about like snot, and it is a little bit temperamental, like when it comes to humidity. So like when it kind of gets stringy like this, you can just leave the cap open on it and it'll dry out. But for scale interiors, where it's really hard to like get into in places, you can basically pinch off like, a little booger size piece of cow snot, roll it around in the interiors, or like I'll take a pick and just work it around, especially like behind seats and stuff. It's like most of my scale interior stuff is all like either permanently stuck down or using like a double-sided receiver tape to hold it all in place. And generally I don't want to pull all that stuff out, just have to put it all back in. So the cow snot is wonderful for cleaning in those little tight areas like that.
It's cool. I'm gonna have to try that. That's way cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's one of the newer products that came out, I think, like mid last year in 25.
Yeah, the cool thing about the cow snot, I forgot to bring mine with me. I actually use it in my actual personal truck to go in like the cup holders and everything.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because when you're cleaning with it, you'll see like a light film for a second that vanishes off, kind of like how alcohol is. But aside from that, it doesn't leave any kind of residue behind, no stickiness or nothing. And you can either just throw it away when you're done using it, or I've honestly just kept putting it back in the container and it itself back in until it's fully saturated with dirt.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of those things you don't realize how much you end up using something until you have the whole like lineup or part of the lineup.
Yeah, yeah.
So so for me, I got two mats, one magnetic with all the trays and everything. That one is more for like working on, assembling something, axles, transmission, whatever. You drop a screw, it's not going to go rolling around.
Yeah.
Then I have another one that's still magnetic, but it doesn't have the organization. That's just kind of like my general, work on anything. The organization is for me is always key because like I'll take a screw out and I'll usually like set it like this square is going to be like the rear, like all my rear screws came out of here, and that way it's just there's no guesswork when you're putting it back together.
Yeah, and it's just like with the white magnetics, like I've got some leftover parts from that optic. There's one piece of plastic in here, but the magnets are actually really strong on the white magnetic mats. They're not going anyplace, but they're not so strong that you physically can't take them off. Other than if you're dealing with washers, that's been the hard thing. If you get a washer on one of the magnetic mats, it can kind of be hard to get them off. But I'll take some of the udder butter and stick it on my finger, and then stick it on a washer or like a shim and get them off that way. But
that's a good idea.
The same way, like with the organization, even on the carbon series mats, you can kind of see just how deep the pockets are on these. So
that is cool.
As you're working, if I can get it in there, everything kind of stays right where you want it to be. And I don't have any, but for the carbon series mats, which these are an industrial rubber mat that's pliable, great for dealing with oils, lubricants, stuff that you really want to get messy and nasty with. There are new inserts for these pockets that are white that you can drop in, that makes it a little bit easier, like if you're me with fat fingers, for getting like your hardware actually out of the pockets.
Nice.
That was super smart. I've always liked the mats. I just anything that's like for organizing your workspace and like kind of like a system that you put together, like what you guys have with all the different products, like the hide wipes, the tire wash, everything like that makes it really fun for people to do maintenance and this sort of tasks because, it's like you're kind of collecting stuff and everything and you have it organized and looking nice. And it just makes it feel less of a chore. I think, keeping your stuff up if because you've got a plan and it's organized and everything looks nice. And I think that's something that's really fun for people. And that's probably worked really well for you guys because, you've merchandised clear into like, the mouse pad mats and stuff. Just everything. So it's really cool. It's an attractive setup for people. Definitely.
Yeah, and anytime, like even in real world, as a mechanic for a living, anytime that you're better organized, you're always going to be more efficient. And as much as we want to play, you still got break down and do some maintenance, and the more timely that you can do that in, obviously the better for you. And the same way, like with the products, you can pick and choose, which products you want to use or try. But at the end of the day, these products make a total system, to protect any RC from front to back. And that's for me, that's where it really shines at, is to have that total package, protection for them.
So with you coming from a racing background and stuff, which is where I come from too, I did a lot of 10 scale and 8 scale off-road. People like us have to be neat freaks, and the reason for that, and a lot of people, especially in the scale world, don't understand, is when you are cleaning stuff, it gives you an opportunity to inspect for damage and wear. And a lot of the crawler guys kind of don't grasp onto that. It's more like, I get that it's kind of a badge of honor to have like your dirty beat up truck that you just beat the crap out of, it never breaks and stuff, but it's like cleaning stuff and everything, like it gives you a chance to like really get in and inspect for wear and damage and stuff. And that's the one thing that we've talked about on the show, trying to get more of the scale guys to buy into this idea that it's like, hey man, these things that you guys get on Facebook and complain about and stuff, a lot of it is just preventable with maintenance and just cleaning and stuff. And this is important. So it's the racers get it, the crawler guys not so much. So it's been an interesting struggle to try and like educate everybody about this.
Yeah, preventive maintenance goes a long way, and even as I'm dealing with the crawlers more and more now, I'm still in that full teardown mode mindset, and I'm realizing like I don't have to tear down a crawler every time I go out and run, but every 3 or 4 runs, check things over, because something you think about, a simple bearing that locks up, bearing locks up. Now it spins on an axle shaft. Now it's possibly spinning inside of a plastic hub. So instead of a $2 bearing going out, now you're in it for a $2 bearing, potentially, like a $20 hub or whatever, and it compounds on top of that.
Yeah. Well, and plus, I mean, it's like just taking the time to just give it a quick once over, even if you're just blowing it off. I mean, just even like simple stuff like that. It's like that can make the difference between you packing it up early on your next trail ride. I mean, it's just people need to kind of think ahead about that stuff.
Gotta bring more cars.
Yeah, or that's also a really, really good solution too.
Yeah, because Elio's like he uses the professional fishing approach. He's got a rig for every scenario.
Yes. Yes. With one
Oh,
break,
it's snowing out. I need my track rig.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go hit rocks. I'm gonna bring my comp rig out.
Yeah.
We're just trailing. Oh, here's my scaler.
Yep. Many scalers.
I always take like 4 or 5 and end up driving 2. It never fails.
Yeah.
I'll take a bunch with me and then just not drive hardly any of them. It's dumb.
Oh yeah.
Just grab one and have so much fun with it you don't want to stop.
My son started getting into crawling since like midsummer or whatever. So normally I'm taking my Gen 9. I've got his plus, a couple other small scale crawlers. And it gets pretty heavy after a while toting around, a 12-pound truck.
Oh yeah. Try breaking like a SCX6 though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we've always had that joke. You break your SCX6 out on the trail and you're like, a mile away from your truck. Oof.
Yeah.
Bust out the toe strap and just pull it.
Yeah.
Just walk with it behind you.
Yep. That's it. We got a snow event coming up in 2 weeks, Adam?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna go up to Cisco and do some scaling in the snow. They got about 4 feet up there right now. So
oh my god,
that's just right now. So he called me the other day. He goes, "Hey, do you have a snowmobile you can cut some trails with?" And so I called up my buddy Greg Passmore. Hey, what are you doing Wednesday before the event? Nothing. Cool. Meet me up there with 2 snowmobiles. We're gonna go cut trails.
that'd be awesome. Get them all packed down and stuff.
We'll do like side by side the walking trail and then the.
Oh, there you go. Good idea. Yeah.
So
that way you don't end up with a bunch of footholes and stuff in your car trail. That's
I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be crazy. I hope we have not as much, so we have some dirt and then snow patches like we usually. I remember up at Donner we had that.
Yeah, the hardest part, like what a lot of people don't realize, is like a lot of snow with a scale rig, especially 10th scale. You're either gonna just bog out and just dig through the snow, or if it's hard enough, it's almost like ice and you're just kind of sliding over the top. So it's like if you have like that, like Elio's saying, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of snow, it makes like the perfect trailing because you're able to, still move.
Yeah. I'm going to bring my KOH rig and just plow through stuff. My 6, I'm building. That thing's stupid fast. Adam drove it. It's dumb.
It's almost Elio can almost sit on that and use that to break trail.
That's it. I'm gonna sit on that damn thing. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's funny that we had one up at Forest Hill one time, and a dozen people said, "I have never taken my scaler in the snow. This is so much fun." Like nobody's. This one guy didn't even have. He had like shoes on. He just came up from Davis. He goes, I've never been in the snow, so I came up. He was freezing his butt off, but he was having a great time.
I was gonna say he probably had the time of his life still.
Oh yeah, he had a blast.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be fun. I like snow. I like snow scaling. It's pretty cool. You can dig tunnels and stuff and do all kinds.
Yeah. So while we're on that, just to go over the event a little bit, it is January 24th up at Cisco Grove Campground.
Yep.
Cisco's charging $100 per vehicle. So if you're coming up and you don't want to, go by yourself, try to pick up some buddies, cram your car as full as you can, and just split it. So that also covers camping if you're brave enough, like Elio, to camp overnight.
We're camping overnight.
Elio's also planning on doing a night run, so there'll be a night run through the snow. And yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, should be great.
Sorry, guys, I was trying to get.
No, it's okay. We're not professional over here.
We're not professional at all.
It had a timer on all the banners. I didn't realize that. That's something new. So I was trying to turn all the timers off. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. We can roll into the next banner if you want.
Roll in.
So let's see. I wonder, it might be kind of hard to find that official announcement from Vanquish.
Oh, I could probably find it.
Think so?
Yeah. Give me a second. Oops.
So yeah, there's some stuff going on with Horizon. We've seen a little bit of friction between Horizon and Associated in the past with minimum advertised pricing. We've seen Vanquish more recently here decide to end their distribution partnership with Horizon. So Adam's getting the details on that because that's kind of a little bit noteworthy.
Yeah, it's weird. I think Vanquish is like the car of King of the Hammers now.
Really? Wow. Instead of Axial now. Wow.
Vittorio was talking about it.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I got it whenever you want me to share.
Have at it.
Okay, let me see if I can do this.
Oh. Looks so. Look at that look. He's just concentrating.
All right. So Vanquish posted. You guys can all see this, right?
No.
No?
There we go. Wait. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, you got something.
Okay. So Vanquish Products on December 29th, 2025, just before the new year, they just made an announcement. Attention Vanquish Products customers, we would like to share that the distribution partnerships between Vanquish Products and Horizon Hobby has come to an end. We appreciate Horizon Hobby's long-term support and wish them continued success. Some items may appear as discontinued on the Horizon Hobby website. For the most accurate and up-to-date information on available products, please visit the Vanquish Products website. If you have any questions, please contact us through our website at vanquishproducts.com. Thank you for your continued support, Vanquish Products. And there was just a picture just making a big announcement. And I don't know if I want to if we want to go through it all, but if you look at some of the comments, like people, they're saying begin the revolution. This is where they're gonna hopefully shake things up and other people will follow through. And then some people, whether it's true or not, they're going out of business or bankruptcy. So I mean, it's really
going to be a lot of speculation from people that don't really know. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's one of those. We really don't know, what's going on behind closed doors with Horizon Hobbies, but they seem to be the brunt of every complaint as of lately. And I'm saying within like the last year, maybe 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see some changes in their business model based on what we're seeing right now with these people bailing out and having some friction with other brands. Makes me feel like they're probably going to go a much different direction than everybody else from the sounds of it.
Well, a lot of people kind of, I wouldn't say called it, but they did, blow the whistle a while ago, or at least raise concerns. Like when Horizon first bought out Axial, they were worried, like, will Axial continue with, their events, certain stuff. And it did go, like nothing changed except for obviously the branding, but still had Axial Fest. And then we all know 2025 Axial Fest pretty much across the whole nation and even overseas. That was it. There was no more Axial Fest.
Yep.
So, that might be like the tall tale sign right there that, you know, stuff's changing and it's going to be more maybe business model instead of, you know, customer based.
I think you're getting. Oh, that's weird. The microphone is like you guys
I think it's feedback from the speakers going to Zach's mic according to what the lights are doing. Because whenever Adam or somebody else talks, Zach's lights for his mic light up.
Huh.
I mean, you don't need to worry about it.
So I can figure out how to turn them down.
Yeah, no. It's fine.
I just heard all that.
Yeah, I heard it sound like Charlie Brown's teacher in the background.
It's thrown me for a loop a couple times because I'll be talking and like I hear that and I'm like, what's going on?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
It's such a weird place right now, man. I mean, it's so bad.
Which I guess we can almost bring this like full circle back to, you know, CalRC, since, you know, they're our guest on the show tonight. And basically, like, how do they get their you know, their advertisements out? Like, where have you guys seen them? Because I know it's different for everybody. Me, still being, you know, part of the team, I see the feed all the time from, you know, whether it's the team page or the fan page. But even after I've looked at it a handful of times, you know, Google, that stuff, you'll be scrolling something else and it'll just pop up a little ad. Where do you think like this goes with, you know, the industry?
Well, I can tell you, like, obviously, you know, CalRC, you can get like through their own website. A lot of the content that you see, as far as photos, videos on social media, that's done by, you know, a majority of the factory team members that we create. So it's, you know, usually it's pretty raw, real world use of the products. But you can also find CalRC through A Main. They're a distributor for most of the core products, plus some of the other extras. But like kind of branching out, you know, CalRC is going international, and it's Model Sport UK. Within,
awesome.
I know it's supposed to be a month, but by the time this comes out, it's going to be less than a month when products will be available through them, you know, overseas.
Good for you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, you know, to jump across the pond.
Very. That's big. Right on.
So, you know, I think for, you know, Cal, it's just been, you know, steady growth. And, you know, it's, you know, a lot of people haven't heard of CalRC or know who they are, but they've actually been around for, you know, quite a while. You know, I think it's in the ballpark of like 15 years that CalRC's, you know, kind of been in business and, you know, slowly growing. And obviously I hope nothing but, you know, good things for CalRC, but, you know, on those kind of topics, it looks like it's just continued growth and, you know, hopefully branching out more and more. Because even my local brick and mortar, they're starting to carry some CalRC products. And the same thing, if there's brick and mortar shops that are interested in carrying the products, you can buy in bulk, you know, off of the website. You don't have to be an official vendor or anything for CalRC products. You can just buy bulk packages and get, you know, a pretty heavy discount right off the top from the retail prices that are on the CalRC website.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the earliest I saw CalRC was even advertisements back on the RC Crawler forum.
Oh, yeah, I remember RC Crawler. I've been on there. Yeah, there's been some publications through magazines as well for them. And like some of that predates, you know, my time, you know, with CalRC. But they've definitely been around, you know, for quite a while.
I was going to say, I think one of the, and we've had him on the show a long time ago, Sean Rusin, he's been with CalRC for a really long time.
Yeah.
I think he's the reason I even have the Cow Factory Team logo to begin with, was doing stuff for him back in the day. Like that's the whole reason I even have it. Funny.
But yeah.
We can edit out this pause. That's fine. It's going to be not a big deal to edit this episode because it's not very long. So Just trying to think if there's anything else what else we want to cover here. If you talk to Heath and he says that you can't talk about that blower, I can edit that part out so that
I'm pretty sure most anything that's on, like he's posted up on the fan page. I can't remember if he posted it in the fan page or the factory team page, but I'm pretty positive it was on the fan page.
Oh, okay.
Try not to drop early release stuff too.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
tough to keep track of.
I'm on there right now. I'm gonna look and see if I can find it real quick.
I know it's been a while back too, because he prototyped the products several months ago to us, and was kind of deciding on what to do. And I remember him finally making a statement on a particular unit.
I think we fixed the mic thing. I just turned your volume down on my end. It seems like it got a little better.
Hey.
Yeah, we're still new to all this when it comes to the live stuff or video.
It's a lot. When I hosted the Caltech shows for a while for CalRC early in 2025 for like half a year, and getting the operations down and trying to be smooth definitely has a learning curve to it.
Oh yeah.
The timer thing really got me because like we use StreamYard and so they're always changing stuff on it, and like the timer thing on the banners totally got me, and like, oh my god, I'm not prepared.
Okay, so I didn't find the actual post from Heath, but there is one from Chris Doyle. He did say that back on the 28th of December, he said that Santa brought him a bunch of CalRC, and one of them is the mini jet blaster.
Okay, yeah, I know. I think Adam got one as well.
Yeah, it's and that post did say with Adam. So,
okay. I'm pretty sure I'm okay on it.
I think you're safe with that one.
No big deal. Either way, not a biggie. I mean, you guys can just let me know.
And then, I guess last but not least, how do you want to? And like you said, because we can still edit all this, how do you want to discuss the giveaway? Do you want me to go with just right into what we discussed, and then Jay, do we want to say like once this is live and we share it on our social media, find the original post sharing this episode on our Facebook and comment our code word, and then you have until how long do you want to give them? Like a week? You want to give them 3 days, 4 days?
You guys can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I mean,
I read Super Pants.
If we want to wait a couple days, that's fine. Maybe like Monday, give everybody the weekend to have a chance to listen to the show and stuff.
Okay, so you want to say by end of the day, so end of day.
Yeah, like Monday at 6. Is that cool?
Monday is the 12th.
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever you say, man.
And
I just want to, because I want to make this easy for you when you're editing this, that I could just roll into this and we're not like stumbling across.
Perfect. No, it'll be great.
I've got everything that's in the giveaway behind me. I can break it down like everything right quick as to what it all is.
Okay.
The only thing I don't have is the actual mouse pad mat and the magnetic mat that's in that kit. But everything else is right behind me. And
that's no biggie.
I'll break down each one of them right quick as to what somebody's going to get.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will just jump into it. Okay. And then we got a special little gift for you guys. So we're going to say there's a code word, that scale cow. Now remember, it's that scale cow. And if you make it this far and you hear that code word, once this video goes live on our Facebook, make sure you go on that post on our Facebook and comment that code word, and you will be entered to win. And we'll let Zach take over.
It'll be a 16 by 25 mouse pad kit giveaway from CalRC. Approximately about $140 value. I've got most of the products right here behind me that one lucky person is going to end up winning. So you'll end up getting the aerosol of the Move Clean electrical cleaner and degreaser. Fantastic product for removing those glues, oils, residue If you by chance glue up tires, cleaning the mold release off of tires. And again, like going back like the automotive industry stuff, a lot of people mention like brake clean and everything. As a mechanic for a living, please stop using brake clean on your RC cars. Brake clean will absolutely destroy plastics. There's some out there that are, very, very violent, very noxious. The Move Clean Electrical Cleaner and Degreaser is far less hazardous as far as that. It does have a little bit of a penetrant to it, which again, that's why it's really good about, cleaning diffs, cleaning mold release. If you're applying servo tape to a receiver to tape it down, or even applying decals, a lot of people have had success also using it to clean out the inside of Lexan bodies. But you're going to get that. You're going to get the Moose Lick Industrial Light Grease Coating. Again, this is like the aerosol spray form of the Udder Butter. Fantastic for tight-fitting parts, especially like U-joints, is a big one where you need a product that can actually creep down into, a press-fitted area versus just having something that's like a spray-on top coat. The light grease coating is wonderful for that. Can also be used in bearings. If you're someone that likes to clean out bearings and reuse them, you run in a lot of mud, you run in a lot of water by chance, the light grease coating is definitely your friend. So you're going to get those 2 cans. The Moose Lick Industrial Grade Silicone. This is a very wide application product in the green can. It's great for a top coating, like before you go out and hit a trail. Helps keep dust, dirt to a minimum. For the most part, you can blow a lot of it off or just brush it off. Also great for shock shafts because this does have a set time. Whenever you apply it to a product, you generally want to let it sit for at least a couple of hours for the silicone to cure. And one thing to also note on all the aerosol cans, if you look down at the bottom, the net weight of the can, that's the actual product in the can, not the can size. So I believe these are I believe 24-ounce cans. So like on the silicone, there is 12 ounces of actual silicone in this. So anybody that's a price shopper, you can definitely compare that with all of the aerosol products. So lucky winner is going to get all 3 of those, as well as the ultra thin oil with PTFE. Again, this is really, really common with bearings. It's for oiling them if you're into it, but also the PTFE is Teflon. So even after the oil has already gone and it's worn away, you still have a coating of Teflon on your bearings to help keep everything moving nice and smooth. And kind of like the ultralight grease coating, this has a wonderful foaming action when you spray it. So it'll creep down into bearings, very, very tight fitting places. So you're going to get all 4 aerosols. You're not going to get this tub of chassis wash, but it will be an 8-ounce premix of the parts and chassis wash. This is the 32-ounce jug. So the one that's going to be given away in the mouse pad kit is 8 ounces. It's pre-mixed, so you can go straight to work with it. Parts and chassis wash also now has a ceramic coating. Like we were talking about the Udder Butter earlier, the parts and chassis wash got updated over time with a ceramic coating to it after it's dried. But that will also be in with the giveaway item, as well as, we've talked a lot about the Udder Butter. The giveaway will have the syringe of Udder Butter, not the tub. But the syringes last a long time. Yep, right. Exactly what Adam's got. That syringe. Again, Udder Butter is great for diff gears, transmissions, O-rings. Also, it won't make O-rings swell up. Certain greases that you use on an O-ring that can actually make them swell and have poor fitment. It's also a waterproof grease. So if you're a boat guy or anything by chance, great for like prop shaft outputs. Even like on the transmission, like the optic I was saying before, like where the case halves go together, you can line it real lightly with Udder Butter. So, you've got a little bit more water protection to it.
It's funny. I don't ever see anybody doing that trick ever on transes and stuff. I never see people seal the cases. That is so funny. I never realized it until you just said that.
Yeah, it's a simple little trick that you can do, where there's not a gasket, but you're worried about water ingress someplace, just to add that little extra bit. Because with the waterproof grease, the Udder Butter, It's not going to wash out. It's not going to thin out on you. But it's not super heavy like an industrial, an automotive grease or anything that's meant to push, hundreds or thousands of pounds of torque. So you get nice, minimal sling off, minimal drag to it. But yeah, so free tip for somebody
God,
out
that
there.
is so smart. Thank you so much for mentioning that. That is super smart.
Yeah. The giveaway keeps going. You're going to get the full size quart bottle of the Cal RC tire wash. If you haven't tried this, it's absolutely fantastic for keeping your tires clean without affecting the compounds. So, you've always got that same level of performance every time you go out. And again, there's no penetrance to it, which is absolutely wonderful. And keep going along with the tips and tricks here. I have had phenomenal success with this since this came out by diluting it. Basically, I will take a quart bottle and dump it into a gallon jug. And it doesn't matter if it's my racing tires, if it's the crawler tires completely packed with mud. Basically, that 25% of solution has been killer at keeping everything clean. So you can stretch out a 1 quart bottle into a gallon of tire wash. And for most people, you can clean a lot of tires with a gallon.
Yeah.
So you're going to get that in the giveaway as well. And the last thing, I don't have it in front of me, but you're going to get the bigger version of the mouse pad mat. The one that's in the giveaway will be a 16 by 25 inch mat along with the white magnetic. So just kind of use your imagination. It'll be this, but bigger, So that will be the entire giveaway from Cal RC that'll be going
awesome.
To one lucky winner. So
well, thank you guys so much. That is so cool. Very generous.
Yeah. So again, we stress this, because we want everyone, to enter fairly and pay attention. Code word that scale cow. Make sure you enter it on our Facebook under this episode. Once it's live, you'll have until Monday, January 12th, by the end of the day to enter. Whoever's entered will be doing a live random name generator, and that will be the winner.
Simple enough. And it's whether you're new to the hobby, you're new to the products, that giveaway is a phenomenal way to kickstart your maintenance game. Or if you're somebody that's been into the hobby for years and you're just looking to try something new or restock, if you have the products, that's $140 value for free to one lucky person.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yep. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, but with that, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, you bet. Well, thank you very much, Zach, for coming on. Again, everybody, this was Zach from Cal RC, and they are your one-stop shop for everything maintenance and cleaning related. So be sure to check them out. That pretty much does it for this episode, you guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And don't forget about that giveaway. That is not something that you want to miss out on. So we will catch y'all next time. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you, guys.